Hey, I'm Michael Brue, and welcome back to Michael Brue Real Estate Unlocked. Today, we got something really neat lined up for you. I don't know how I managed this, but I did. I got Tony Taylor, who is known as the mortgage guru, or better known as the fixer of the mortgage world. So, Tony, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Now, I know you, right? Like, we've been doing this mortgage real estate thing for I don't know, the better part of a decade or so, at least together. And but what I would like to do is kind of like maybe have the audience get to know you. So what would you share with all of us, a little bit about you, a little bit about your background, how long you've been doing this, and maybe what you're specializing in today?
Wow, so 30 years I've done mortgages. I started when I was 3. It's working out great. My specialty really is that through my career, I had the opportunity to get really intensive underwriting training, combined with a lot of personal growth training. And the two have just created an amazing cocktail effect for a great company, a great, amazing group of people around me that support me because I cannot do what I do by myself. And it's that underwriting knowledge really sets us apart. We know what the industry wants. So when people come to us, we have the ability to evaluate them thoroughly from all directions to make sure that we line up the best options for them specifically. Everybody's situation is unique. If you don't do that process correctly, opportunities will be missed and you'll put people in the wrong products. You'll tell people that can't buy that should buy, and you'll help people try to buy that shouldn't buy.
So what I think I'm hearing you say is that you actually listen to people and what specifically is best for them before just kind of giving them a one-size-fits-all mortgage, because it's very, very different and very intimate for each one of them as they come to you.
It really is. There are no two transactions that are the same. Everything has its own details of complexity, uniqueness, and everybody should be evaluated based on that. We're not the McDonald's drive-up.
Isn't that true? So right now is kind of a really particular time, and this is why I chose you, not just because everybody knows you as the industry go-to, but I've seen you take transactions that were falling apart. Nobody else could get them done. And I don't expect you to give us all your trade secrets of how you do this, but maybe you could give us a couple pointers. What would you suggest for buyers in today's market, like things that they could do to be better prepared?
Yeah, I mean, you really have to start with the mortgage process. So many people go out and they start looking at homes. They want to jump in the car and start, walking through people's houses. And until they have their financial situation looked at and evaluated, they're just setting themselves up for failure. So getting that done, getting the heavy lifting of the paperwork so they can understand what to expect, not only from how much cash am I going to need, what's that payment going to look like, am I really looking at homes that I am going to be comfortable looking at the end of the day, so they don't go into contract on something to find out, 48 hours later that it's more than they want to bite off.
So they don't go buy an $800,000 property that maybe they can only mortgage for $450,000.
Exactly.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Okay, really cool. Is there anything else that you would give us as like a strategy or a nugget in today's kind of, crazy market that we're in?
Yeah, I mean, we're not all created equal. Just like any industry, you have people that are really, truly professionals and experts, and you have people that are not as proficient and knowledgeable. Working with people that really know the rules, understanding the guidelines, and understanding how an underwriter is going to look at an FHA versus a conventional versus a VA versus USDA versus non-traditional lending programs. Those intimate details can swing a transaction one way or another, and it's just really important that you work with people that have a really diverse background and understanding to be able to make sure that the right opportunities are put on the table.
Ooh, I like that, Tony. Another thing I thought we would just talk about today is one of the things that we share, we have like a common passion for. I think it has united us. It has, it certainly excited us from past conversations. You find a way to somehow always morph more towards or leaning into like the mindset piece of this in our industry. And I know that that's one of my passions as well. What can you share with us about, that particular skill set that you've acquired?
Wow, I love this. I get so excited. It's changed my life. I don't do it. The byproduct is I get to help other people, but the truth is I selfishly did it for my own process and to improve my own life. What I can tell you, and I would say this speaks to every single living human being, is what's going on between our ears is affecting everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you're suffering in any part of your life, changing your mindset, and that is a choice, and it takes some work. It takes a lot of inner reflection and a lot of real self-evaluation, but man, the payoff is so huge. So it really is, when you can help somebody make that shift, I don't think there's anything really that I've found that's much more rewarding than watching the light come on for somebody and seeing their life and their trajectory change.
And you kind of feel like that all started with you kind of getting your mind right and getting your zone right?
Yeah, I mean, I went through a divorce 12 years ago. It was a very difficult time. I started really aggressively at that point, seeking therapy. I went to a lot of trainings, John Maxwell certifications, various other coaching programs and platforms, did the books, went to the seminars, Anthony Robbins, Landmark Forum, you name it.
Oh, wow.
It was really, I had 2 kids, and I knew that I needed to figure some shit out. And so I went to work. And then, one day I look up and I'm like, wow, life's getting a little easier. I'm attracting different things into my life. The relationships changed. I became a way better parent. I became a way better business person, a way better friend, just everything. And it really, I think that probably the biggest part, you're walking around because of this unhealthy stuff going on between your ears, and you're layered with anxiety from your head to your toe, and you don't even know what it is because you just think that's how life feels. And then as you start to get healthier and you heighten those awarenesses, you're like, wow, it doesn't have to be like that. And you start to lean into those things and you find ways to get healthier and healthier. And it's just, I want everybody to experience that.
So I hope everybody else heard that. This is like, we make better decisions and we internalize them, and then we can kind of reverse engineer the process to make better decisions there moving forward, which have global impact on everything in our lives, not just business, but also our personal relations. That right there, that might have been the $36 million gold nugget dropped on the table,
yeah,
Tony.
It's massive.
I think it changes just about everything. So is there anything else in either one of your worlds? I know you're doing a lot of mindset and coaching, and also extremely well known in the mortgage industry as the person that can go to and get things done. Is there anything else you wanted to share with us today that you feel like would be a good point to bring up on these 2 topics?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think that in our industry, I live in the space of a mindset of abundance. And I think that it's what I see often is that people live in the scarcity mindset. Your peers in your community, they're not your competition. You have your own flavor, your own uniqueness, and that can't be replicated. I have my own flavor and my own uniqueness. So your peers are people that can help you grow and be better. They're not a threat to you. So help each other and help yourself.
I like it. I like it a lot. It reminds me of this thing that I'm going through. It's called radical reinvention. I'm actually naming it radical reinvention, where you have to go in and kind of assess what went wrong, what went right, and then, how do we make better decisions by reverse engineering the process? So major changes going on in our life so that we can just become better humans altogether and incredible business people.
Yeah.
So isn't it weird, Tony, that people like us, we attract that type of energy? I think that I do more attraction today than I do anything else. Somebody asked me about your team. It's growing. We've got all these incredibly productive people joining our crew. And what is it? And I just kind of looked at him and went, I don't really think we're recruiting. I think we're attracting. And I think energy begets energy, and we want like energy. And guess what we all have in common? We want to succeed, and we want to be better. We want to be better humans. We want to be better developers of other people. So I think that common thread kind of binds us. Don't you feel that way?
Yeah, absolutely.
It kind of unites us.
It does.
Well, I would like to say thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing just a little bit. And I bet you a lot of people in our audience are going to want to know how to get a hold of you.
All right.
So would you tell them, how does one get a hold of Tony Taylor?
Yeah, so the office number is 561-373-0371.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's an honor. I always love talking to you. You're the best.
Tony, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in for another segment of Michael Brue, Real Estate Unlocked. And wait till you see what we have coming next. Welcome back to Michael Brue, Real Estate Unlocked. And today we have a really unique guest. We have Kimmy Cruz. Now Kimmy Cruz from Compass is known for selling sunshine. So Kim, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sunshine is all about selling happiness. And in speaking of that, this show came out a while ago about selling sunset out of California. And I thought, wait a minute, sunset's only like 10 minutes of the day. I'm selling sunshine. I'm selling the entire day. I'm selling the Florida lifestyle, everything from the great restaurants to always having things to do, be it family, singles, empty nesters, retirees. We're the land of options versus the US, which is the land of opportunities. There's always awesomeness here. And with being the sunshine state, you can't go wrong.
365 days.
365
You're selling
days.
Sunshine, Kimmy
That's right.
Cruz.
I mean, even
Kimmy
if it
Cruz,
rains.
Compass, selling sunshine. I like it. I like it a lot. And, you're kind of known, like I know you as like the South Palm Beach County guru, Kimmy Cruz at Compass. Everybody's talking about Kimmy Cruz. Tell us a little deeper, like some of the specific areas that you search.
So South Palm Beach is Boca, Delray Beach, Boynton Beach, including the westward areas. Now, westward's a little bit more suburban versus like east is more, the beach, a little bit more metro areas. And then we have country clubs throughout Southern Palm Beach, which is a lot of fun. But you have kind of your heart on the busyness of that you would get in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, but you have also the laid backness of the Palm Beaches, which is what I love. Ooh. Lack of traffic, lack of as much congestion, and everybody's happy.
But just enough of everything else.
I love the restaurants. I love the people. I love the beaches. And there's nothing better. I mean, even if it rains, we get maybe 2 hours of rain and then sun's back out.
So everybody's talking about you. And one of the things they always say to me is she is the connector. She is connecting people to a lifestyle. And I think it's incredible because it's kind of what we do, right? And I think that you're super passionate about connecting people to certain lifestyles. Could you elaborate for a little bit for, some of the people that don't know you and don't get to hear the things that I hear about, what it is or how you kind of connect people to certain lifestyles?
I think it's interesting when people think, I'm moving to Florida, I'm coming to Florida, here's what I'm coming to do. I'm coming to live by the beach, which 90% of people think they are. But then when you really get down to the nitty gritty, there's other things that are important in people's life. And if the beach is maybe 10, 15 minutes away, it's great. Or maybe they do want to be right on the beach. I believe every person has a uniqueness and every family has specifics that are going to fit their needs best. And our job as really amazing brokers and agents is to find the puzzle pieces that fit together and that fit together seamlessly to make sure that they don't have just the beach that they love, but the lifestyle in Florida that they love. And I love my families because I'm a mommy. I have 2 little cute under 5s, and I really connect with mommies and the people who love golf courses and country clubs and ocean and all things Florida.
Yeah, you are certainly captain of the mommy tribe, and you do have 2 beautiful little boys.
Thank you.
And I'm a little jealous. I was only blessed with 1 son. You got 2. And God gave me 2 little girls. I know what he was thinking. Maybe like ultimate payback from God. But your little boys are so cute, and they are just loving their lifestyle. And I think it's just natural for you to connect in that group and in the different mom tribes and just kind of, helping people place like where they are and where they need to be according to what their specific family needs are. Like you said, I think that's fantastic. So what about, what comes to mind? Like when you hear lifestyle, for everybody has a little bit different. What are some things, that we know we connect to? What are some things that people like from out of the area, for the different lifestyles in Florida? Because Florida is not just beach, right? There's so many different lifestyles. Like, can you just rattle a few different ones that you have specialized in the past and currently specialize in?
So there's definitely people that love beachfront, and then there's people that love waterfront and boating. There's people that love nature, and we although we don't have mountains and extreme hiking, we have all types of like eco tours that are amazing. Everything from airboat rides to great hiking areas, to canoe tours where you can hang out with the alligators and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not forget about the alligators.
You can't forget about the alligators.
There are some people that are like really into going and hanging out with the alligators.
You can't be scared of them. They really won't bother you if you don't bother them.
I'm still scared of them.
You shouldn't be that scared of them. And of course, let's not forget the shopping. Shopping is always
lifestyle.
important. Shopping is a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And we have some of the top shopping in the country, from Worth Avenue to, Sawgrass Mills. Shopping is huge here. And there's so many also like little boutiques and stuff. I love to support small businesses as well.
I remember you also telling me about there's so many different golf communities in your neck of the woods, and country clubs and golf and some of the Western community things too. I found that really interesting. I think at one point, I'm not going to put you on the spot now, but I think you rattled off like how many golf courses they were and like the names of the different, and I thought it was like who holds all that information, and we don't have time for that now, but if you wanted that information, you guys could connect to Kimmy and she would be happy to go over that information with you.
You bet.
Is there anything else that you're super passionate about that you want to share with me, and maybe the rest of our show will get to hear?
Well, this is maybe a little bit more personal, I guess, and something I really enjoy, but I'm part of the dance community, and we're salsa dancers. And anybody, give me a call and we'll go out and look at houses, and I'll tell you where you could go, have a couple moves and listen to some nice Latin music.
I have heard that about you. I think I heard you were a professional dancer from up north. I think I did hear that in the background somewhere.
Kind of, but from down south.
Oh,
from like
down
Fort Lauderdale,
south.
Miami.
Yeah, because people are still talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I like? I like that when we can be incredible producers in our field. We can be super passionate about our thing, and then we can also have a little bit of fun. And I think people are ready for normal people who like to have fun, and that's who they want to connect to. So I think that's what makes this brilliant connection, and that's like our thing, right? Like our connection.
I agree. I think when people meet somebody in our realm, which is real estate versus, let's say, law or medicine, where there is that disconnect almost on purpose, we strive for the opposite, and we want to have that connection with each and every client so that we can make sure that we really get to know them and find the perfect property, estate, investment for them and make them happy. The last thing I would ever want is somebody to not be ecstatic with what they've purchased. So some of that digging and that getting to know somebody is for that reason, but also to keep in touch with them and to have more friends and more connection to our community.
I agree. So I'm just going to recap. You are connecting people to their lifestyle, listening to put the puzzle pieces together for each person, each client individually, so that it's taken care of with the utmost care. And also, you like to have a little bit of fun while we're doing this.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
So I think we could definitely say Kimmy sells sunshine 365 days a year right down here in South Palm Beach County. Now, Kim, how does everybody get a hold of you? Would you just let everybody know how to get in contact with you if they want to reach you, whether it be for dancing or real estate or, connecting to the Moms Group in South County?
You bet. My name is Kimmy Cruz. I go by Kimmy, and my number is 954-817-5464, and my website is mypalmbeachproperties.com. If you register on there and take a look at some of the properties, I'll give you a call and we'll discuss your timing and exactly what you're looking for so I can find that perfect fit for you.
Excellent.
Thank you
Kimmy,
so much.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Now let's go shopping.
Pleasure's
Let's
all
get out of
mine.
here.
Let's go.
All right? Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is Michael Brue with Real Estate Unlocked. And again, wait till you see what we bring to you next.